Welcome to Transforming Us podcast. I'm Jess.
And I'm Tamara. We're trauma-informed relationship coaches and old friends here to discuss common patterns and what leads us to paths of security.
You know, people are feeling overwhelmed and disconnected in their painful relationships, which often leads to mental health crises.
And we want to share some new ideas and practices to help you cultivate curiosity, compassion, and to redeem the patterns in your relationships, starting with yourself.
Join us on this journey of transforming us. Grab a cup of coffee and let's dive in.
My vision for Transforming Us podcast is to have just very real, authentic conversation about life.
Yeah. Well, I would just share that. I think the pattern awareness part, that's evident that is the place to start, is to be curious and observe and not from a place of self-judgment, but we can learn when we actually observe without judgment and notice what's happening, like as if you're standing back, but you're like, what's happening here? What are these things that I'm doing, that they're doing, that's triggering me, whatnot?
Everybody is so different, but yet sometimes our patterns are so similar. To help understand those patterns, to be able to have awareness, to just be able to have a better sense of ourselves, better sense of who we are. I think once we understand like the pattern in relationship with ourselves and then God and with others, it really radically can just completely change.
Through this podcast, I just want to have more conversations about connection and disconnection and what it looks like. Attachment patterns affect our relationship with God. You know, you said with ourselves and others and God, but so much of our faith journey is also impacted by our earliest relationships, because our parents were meant to be that secure, safe base for us. And so discovering insecurities and healing some of those wounds gives us the opportunity to have an even better relationship with God the Father. So
a good friend of mine, was on the, verge of divorce, and they were having these patterns they could not figure out, and were separated. And they both unknowingly had gone into therapy and discovered attachment theory. And they had the tools now to understand, oh my gosh, it's like light bulb moments go off for people. And it's just so empowering. This is why I'm doing this. This is stuff from my past of how I show up this way because I didn't feel safe in this scenario growing up, or you know what I mean? Like all this stuff. And so when we start to understand it, have a language to it, connects the dots. And then especially, like for them, like they ended up, it's completely transformed their marriage. They're healthier and happier than ever.
And I think a big part of my journey has been soul care work. And so bringing in elements and practices that we can share with people and with one another as we just discuss ways to self-regulate and ways to take care of your own needs and step back from life and take care of your soul. Know what kind of state your soul's even in. That's really important. So just the vision for this podcast is just a gradual transformation, nothing overnight, but just a moving through and moving towards what God has for us. So
yeah, I love that. It's beautifully said. And, you see these breakthroughs, they're real, and it really changes people and it changes their life. And I just think it's just so important. And I just think so many people should be talking more about it. So I'm so excited to be here with you and just share what we're learning and how we've seen for ourselves and the people around us have hope and change that really is real.
So yeah, really excited. And I'm just so thankful.
Me too.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next time on our next episode. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Transforming Us podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the conversation and that you found it helpful. If you loved what you heard, we would really appreciate if you would take a moment and leave us a 5-star review and rating. Your support helps us reach more listeners like you.
And also, don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more relationship content. Then, if you're looking to take your growth to the next level, check out our coaching services and groups at transformingus.org.
We're here to help you transform your patterns and enjoy more secure relationships.
Until next time, in the words of Raoul Shane, you do not need to do big things. Just do small things in a big way. Then transformation will follow you.